Hi, I'm Kenyon, and for more than 5 years, I've been making and selling decorative coastal birds from PVC pipe. I sell these birds at a local farmer's market here in Florida. In the last 5 years, I've sold over 20,000 birds. In this channel, I'm going to show you exactly how I make them, step by step. If you're retired, looking for a side hustle, or just enjoy making things with your hands, this can be a fun and profitable hobby. The birds are made from a simple PVC pipe, basic tools, and a process anyone can learn. Every bird starts with the same 5 steps: tracing, cutting, sanding, forming, and painting. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this flamingo from start to finish. Let's go to the bench. The very first step is tracing the pattern onto the PVC pipe. This is probably the easiest step, but it's also one of the most important because every bird starts right here. I use reusable patterns that I've developed over thousands of birds. They let me make each bird quickly while keeping everything consistent. You'll notice I always pay attention to the direction of the pipe and where the pattern sits. That becomes important later when we start forming the bird. Don't worry if your first few tracings aren't perfect. Once you make a few birds, this becomes second nature. In future videos, I'll show you some tricks that let me trace dozens of birds very quickly when I'm building inventory for the farmer's market. Now it's time to cut the pattern out. I use a powered jigsaw because it's fast and gives me excellent control around all these curves. Let the saw do the work. There's no need to force it. If you push too hard, you'll end up with rough edges that you need to spend extra time sanding later. Around tighter curves, I simply slow down and make smooth turns rather than try to rush through them. Don't worry if the cut isn't absolutely perfect. The sanding step is going to clean everything up. One thing you'll notice throughout these videos is that I'm always thinking about efficiency. When you've made more than 20,000 birds, you naturally start looking for little improvements to save time without sacrificing quality. Later in this series, I'll show you several production techniques I use when I'm making large batches of birds for the farmer's market. Now we smooth everything out. Sanding removes the saw marks and softens every edge. Besides making the bird look better, it also makes it nicer to handle. I don't try to remove a lot of material. I'm just cleaning the edges and giving everything a smooth, finished appearance. Pay a little extra attention to the beak and the curves because those areas tend to catch your eye first. Remember, paint will actually highlight rough spots instead of hiding them. So the better you sand now, the better the finished bird will look. This is another step that becomes much faster with practice. And later, I'll show you how I sand multiple birds efficiently when I'm producing inventory. Now we get to my favorite part of the entire process, forming the bird. This is where the flat piece of PVC starts to look like a flamingo. The heat softens the PVC enough that we can reshape it without damaging it. Once it cools, it holds that new shape permanently. Don't feel like you have to rush this step. Take your time and let the material tell you when it's ready. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is trying to bend the PVC before it's heated enough. If it doesn't want to move easily, it probably just needs a little more heat. I also don't try to make every bend all at once. I usually make several small adjustments instead of one big bend. As the bird starts taking shape, you notice the neck begins to curve naturally, the body develops some depth, and the whole project suddenly comes alive. This is also where you'll start developing your own style. No two birds are ever exactly alike, and that's one of the things love about handmade art. After making well over 20,000 birds, I still enjoy this part every single time because every bird develops its own personality. When people stop at my booth at the farmer's market, they're usually surprised to learn these started as ordinary PVC pipe. In future videos, I'll go into much more detail on heating techniques, how temperature affects the plastic, and how to consistently duplicate shapes over and over. I'll also dedicate entire videos to mass production. When I'm preparing for a busy market, I'm not making one bird at a time. I'm usually making dozens at once, and the workflow is completely different. I'll show you how I organize the work, batch each operation, and dramatically increase production while still maintaining quality. Those methods are what allow me to consistently build between 100 and 125 birds almost every week. For now, just focus on making one good bird. Speed comes later. The more birds you build, the more comfortable you'll become with the material, and you'll eventually know exactly how much heat and pressure each bend needs without even thinking about it. There's something that only comes with experience, but fortunately, experience comes pretty quickly with this hobby. Painting is where all of your work really pays off. A good paint job makes all the difference, and fortunately it's one of the most enjoyable parts of the project. I like applying several light coats instead of one heavy coat. The finish comes out smoother, dries faster, and gives the bird a much more professional appearance. Don't worry if your first coat doesn't completely cover the PVC, that's perfectly normal. Once the paint has dried, it's time for one of my favorite little details, the eyes. I keep this very simple. I dip the end of a standard cotton swab or Q-tip into a little black spray paint that's been sprayed into a small container. Then gently touch the bird where the eye belongs. It's fast, it's consistent, and it creates a perfectly round eye every time. Sometimes the simplest techniques are the best ones. Once the paint is completely dry, your flamingo is finished and ready for the yard, the garden, or even to sell. In the next video, we'll build another bird and continue adding new techniques that make the process even faster and easier. Thanks for watching. Here's the finished flamingo. This is the second smallest of the 4 sizes I make, and it's one of my best sellers at the farmer's market. If you'd like to make one yourself, you'll find a downloadable pattern in the video description. It's a scan of my actual shop pattern, the exact one I've used to make more than 4,000 of these birds over the years. I'll be releasing a brand new bird and a new video every week, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of them. As you're watching, take a look at the birds on the shelves behind me. If you see one you'd like to learn how to make, let me know in the comments. I'll use your feedback to help decide which birds to feature in upcoming videos. I'll also be sharing plenty of tips and tricks I've learned from selling over 20,000 PVC birds at farmers markets, including ways to make your birds faster, better, and more profitable. If you're planning to make this flamingo, I'd love to hear about it. Leave me a comment and let me know you're building one. And if you have any questions at all, just ask in the comments. I'm happy to help. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week with another PVC bird project.